Chosen one, supernatural acceleration, the complete revelation freeze. Stop scrolling right now and pay attention to every single word I am about to tell you, because what you are going to discover in the next few minutes will permanently destroy the limited version you had of yourself and your timeline. Something has been happening in dimensions you cannot see while you were living your ordinary life. While you were questioning whether you really mattered, celestial authorities were documenting evidence about you that has just been finalized. And the conclusion has caused a reaction in spiritual realms that rarely occurs. Even God paused when he saw what you have become. I know that sounds impossible. I know it sounds like exaggeration designed to make you feel special for a moment before reality crashes back. But what I am about to reveal isn't empty motivation. It is documented truth about why your timeline operates differently than everyone else's. Subscribe to this channel right now and turn on all notifications, because the revelations I share here are being systematically blocked. So chosen ones, like you, never discover the real magnitude of their acceleration. Stay until the very end, because I am going to show you exactly why you were accelerated. What protection has been activated, what is coming for those who doubted you, and the precise timeline of manifestations already moving toward you. Write 777 in the comments if you have been feeling that something inside you is changing at a speed you cannot control, and you are ready to discover the truth about why time itself had to bend for you. Now, let me show you what has really been happening. Time bent in your favor without asking permission, while others age pursuing results that never come. Your life went through years of pressure, silences and wear, and then accelerated brutally. What requires decades of attempts for many, you compressed into months. Stages that consume others' entire lives, you traversed them with almost no margin to breathe. Not because it was easy, but because you couldn't afford to go slow. That is the mark of the chosen one. When the purpose is great, the clock stops obeying human rules. None of this was luck. Nothing fell from the sky by chance. Each rapid advance was compensation for the years when everything seemed stagnant, for the nights when you grew in silence while others slept peacefully. But here is what nobody told you about those silent nights. Every single one was being observed. Every moment you chose integrity when no one was watching. Every time you could have taken the easy path and chose the difficult one instead. Every decision you made in the dark was being documented in spiritual dimensions, not as random data, as evidence. Evidence that you had reached a level of character consistency that qualifies you for acceleration that defies human logic. After years of meticulous observation, the celestial authorities responsible for evaluating souls in transition compiled a complete dossier about you. And when that report was finalized, when the conclusion was presented to the highest hierarchies, there was a moment of silence that lasted the equivalent of days in human time. Not silence of disappointment, silence of reverence. Because the conclusion didn't just say you had potential, it said you had exceeded all expected standards for souls at your stage of evolution. It said you demonstrated character that appears once in generations, and that triggered the acceleration protocol. The acceleration arrived when you were ready, not when you felt prepared. The universe is not giving you an advantage. It is pushing you because you cannot be late for what belongs to you. Your path was not designed for the common rhythm. It was designed for impact. 3 years ago, you were in the same place where many remain stuck today. You worked hard, you made an effort, but it seemed that each step forward came with 2 steps back. And then something changed. You don't know exactly when or how, but suddenly things started to flow. Opportunities appeared, doors opened, contacts arrived, and when you look back, you realize you advanced more in 6 months than in the last 10 years combined. The people around you don't understand it. They look at you with curiosity, with envy, some even with resentment. You are lucky, they say. You know the right people, they murmur. Everything works out for you. They comment with that tone that carries hidden poison. But you know there is something more. You feel in the depths of your being that you are being moved by a force you cannot explain, but that you can definitely feel. This is what you need to understand when you are chosen by God. Time doesn't work the same way. While others are subject to the normal rhythm of life, where everything requires constant effort and years of dedication, you operate under a different system. It is as if the universe had decided to put you on a highway while others continue on dirt roads. It is not that you are better than them. It is that your purpose is different. Your mission requires you to arrive faster to where you need to be. And here is the truth that nobody tells you. This acceleration is not a privilege without reason. It is a preparation. You are being accelerated because there is something great waiting for you, something for which you need to be ready sooner than would be normal. Think about it. When God has a specific plan for someone, He cannot wait for conventional time. If your mission is to touch lives, if your destiny is to create impact, if your purpose is to change realities, then you need the tools, the wisdom, and the resources faster than others. Observe your own life with honesty. How many times have you learned something in weeks that took others years to master? How many times have you built deep relationships in months that others take decades to form? How many times have you healed wounds in a time that defies all logic? That is your sign. That is the evidence that something greater is working in your favor. But supernatural acceleration doesn't mean you don't work. In fact, you work intensely. The difference is that your effort generates multiplied results. It is as if each hour you invest is worth 10. Each step you take brings you closer than it should. Each decision you make opens more doors than you expected. It is not magic, it is grace. It is divine favor operating in your timeline. And yes, this has an emotional cost that few understand. While you advance quickly, you also process quickly. The lessons arrive more intense, the challenges are more concentrated, the growth is more accelerated, and that hurts. It is like compressing 10 years of maturity into 2 years of experience. Your soul is being stretched, expanded, transformed at a speed that sometimes leaves you breathless. There are nights when you feel overwhelmed, wondering why everything seems so intense. Why cannot you just have a normal, calm, predictable life? The answer is simple but profound. Because you were not designed for a normal life. You were forged for something extraordinary. And the extraordinary is not achieved by walking slowly. It is achieved by running when others walk, flying when others run, transcending when others are barely beginning to understand. Look at the people who surrounded you 5 years ago. Many are still in the same place, with the same complaints, the same problems, the same patterns. It is not because they are lazy or less capable. It is because they are following the natural rhythm of life, which is slow, gradual, full of repetition. But you, chosen one, have been taken out of that rhythm. You have been placed in a different current, one that pushes you forward even when you are not sure you are ready. And this is where many chosen ones make a mistake. They start to feel guilty about their acceleration. They wonder if they deserve what they are receiving. They compare themselves with others who work just as hard but don't see the same results. They start to minimize their achievements, to hide, to make themselves small, so as not to make others uncomfortable with their growth. Stop there. Listen to this clearly. Your acceleration is not an accident you should apologize for. It is a design you should honor. When you make yourself small so that others feel comfortable, you are rejecting the gift you have been given. Are you saying that the divine plan for your life is less important than the opinion of people who don't even understand your path? Supernatural acceleration comes with specific signs. First, synchronicities increase. You begin to be in the right place at the exact moment with a frequency that defies probability. You meet the person you need to meet just when you need to meet them. You find the information you were looking for without even actively searching for it. The answers arrive before you finish formulating the questions. Second, your intuition becomes almost prophetic. You know things without knowing how you know them. You feel when something is about to change. You perceive energies, intentions, future results with a clarity that surprises even you. It is not that you have become psychic. It is that your connection with the divine plane has intensified so much that you receive information directly from the source. Third, your mistakes become accelerated lessons. When you make a mistake, the universe doesn't punish you with years of consequences. Instead, you receive a quick correction, learn intensely, and move forward. It is as if you had a special pass that allows you to fail fast, learn fast, and evolve fast. Fourth, the wrong people leave your life almost automatically. You don't need long dramas or painful goodbyes. They simply move away, as if an invisible force were clearing your path, and the right people arrive with the same naturalness, as if the universe were casting for your life, making sure that only those who add value remain. Now I need to reveal something that confirms your acceleration is not just real, but protected. When supernatural acceleration is activated, something else happens simultaneously. A protection protocol ensuring you actually reach your destination. Let me show you the 4 levels of divine protection now operating in your life. Protection level 1. Automatic blocking of wrong opportunities. Doors that would have led you off path suddenly close without explanation. Jobs you thought you wanted reject you. Relationships that seemed promising fall apart. Business deals that looked perfect mysteriously fail. At the time, it feels like loss, like rejection, like the universe is working against you. But in hindsight, you will see it was protection. The universe blocked what would have delayed your arrival to where you actually need to be. Protection level 2. Neutralization of attacks. When people try to harm you, their attacks mysteriously fail. Gossip doesn't spread the way it should. Conspiracies fall apart before they gain traction. Enemies who seemed powerful suddenly lose their influence over your life. Plans made against you collapse without you even knowing they existed. This isn't you fighting back. This is automatic protection. You are operating under a covering that deflects attacks without you needing to engage in the battle. Protection level 3. Provision appearing exactly when needed, not always before you need it, which would make you comfortable and dependent, but exactly when you need it, which builds your faith while meeting your requirement. Money appears from unexpected sources. Opportunities emerge at the perfect moment. Resources manifest just in time. Help arrives when you are at the edge, always perfectly timed. Never early enough to make you lazy, always precise enough to teach you trust while providing what you need. Protection level 4. Direct intervention in critical moments. When you face situations where the success of your mission is genuinely threatened, when you are at a breaking point that could derail everything, celestial forces intervene directly, not always in ways you immediately recognize. But when you look back, you will see impossible coincidences that saved your life, your sanity, your career, your relationships at crucial moments. Last-second rescues that defy logic, miraculous timing that cannot be explained. This protection doesn't make you invulnerable to difficulties. It makes you invulnerable to destruction. You can be tested, but you cannot be permanently defeated. You can face obstacles, but you cannot be prevented from reaching your destination. Someone commented on the previous video, "I feel like my life is changing too fast, and I am afraid I cannot keep up with the pace." Brother, sister, understand this. The fear of your own acceleration is normal, but it is not a sign that you should slow down. It is a sign that you are growing faster than your comfort zone, and that is exactly what should happen. The comfort zone is the cemetery of dreams. If you feel comfortable with your speed, you are probably not going fast enough to reach your destiny. The truth is that supernatural acceleration is not comfortable. It is disorienting. One day you are at one level, the next you are 3 levels higher, and your mind is barely processing the first one. But here is the secret. You don't need to understand everything to keep moving forward. You don't need to have all the answers to trust the process. You just need to keep putting one foot in front of the other, even when the floor beneath your feet is moving faster than you can comprehend. Think about this. Why would God accelerate someone if they didn't have the capacity to handle that speed? The acceleration itself is evidence of your strength. You are stronger than you think, more capable than you imagine, more prepared than you feel. The speed was not imposed on you. It was activated in you because you already had the internal engine to sustain it. And yes, there will be people who will try to slow you down. They will tell you to go slower, to be more realistic, not to get so excited. They will try to convince you that what you are experiencing is unsustainable, that you are going to burn out, that you are being irresponsible with your energy. Don't listen to them. Their concern is not wisdom, it is projection. They are terrified by your speed because it exposes their own stagnation. They want you to slow down, not because it is what is best for you, but because your acceleration makes them uncomfortable with their own slowness. And here is something you need to accept. Not everyone will celebrate your supernatural acceleration. In fact, most will not. Some will minimize it, others will criticize it. Many will try to find explanations that remove the divine from the equation. It is contacts, they will say. It is timing, they will murmur. It is privilege, they will whisper. Let them think what they want. While they are busy explaining your success with human logic, you keep advancing with divine impulse. Your acceleration doesn't need validation from people who don't understand the spiritual realm. Now, I need to address something I know you think about, but may feel uncomfortable admitting. You want to know what is going to happen to the people who doubted you, who diminished you, who said you would never amount to anything, who tried to destroy you when you were vulnerable. Your enemies already know something is different about you. They have noticed that the attacks that used to work no longer work. That venomous words don't penetrate like they used to. That conspiracies mysteriously fail before they can damage you, and some of them have reached the correct conclusion. Higher forces protect you now, and that means attacking you is declaring war against celestial dimensions. Some will choose to retreat. You will notice people who used to attack you constantly mysteriously going silent. Not because they forgave you, not because they suddenly became good people, but because they are afraid of the consequences celestial protection guarantees. But others will be so consumed by pride, so blinded by jealousy, they will continue attacking even knowing they will lose. And when that happens, you will witness collapses so dramatic that even you will feel compassion for enemies receiving exactly what they sowed. I am not talking about revenge you need to execute. I am not suggesting you should wish harm on anyone. I am talking about justice that operates automatically. Spiritual law that guarantees harvest corresponds to planting. Inevitable consequence that reaches everyone who decides to attack protected souls. The most interesting thing is that as your transformation manifests externally, your enemies will be forced to witness exactly what they said you would never become. Every success of yours will remind them of their failure to destroy you. Every blessing you receive will confirm they attacked someone they shouldn't have, and at some point, some will try to approach again, pretending they never hated you, acting as if they had always been your friends, trying to benefit from the light they once wanted to extinguish. Your discernment will show you who deserves a second chance, and who is simply seeking to take advantage. Your intuition will guide you about who genuinely changed and who is just wearing a mask. Here is a powerful exercise I want you to do right now. Close your eyes for a moment. Visualize the last 3 months of your life. Now, instead of focusing on what didn't work, focus on what did work. Count the small and large miracles. Count the unexpected encounters. Count the doors that opened without you even knocking. When you finish counting, you will realize that there are too many to be coincidence. That is the evidence you need when doubt tries to convince you that you are imagining things. Breathe deeply 3 times, and with each exhalation, release the belief that good things take a long time. Declare out loud, "I am ready to receive at divine speed what is mine by design." This is not an empty mystical exercise. It is a neurological readjustment of your expectations. Your brain needs permission to believe that good can come quickly. Give it that permission right now. The greatest resistance to your acceleration doesn't come from outside. It comes from within. It comes from the part of you that was conditioned to believe that everything good requires prolonged suffering, that if it came easy, it is not worth it, that if it was fast, it is not legitimate. That is the biggest lie you have believed. The truth is that when you are aligned with your divine purpose, things flow. Not because they are easy, but because you are in the right channel. Think of a river. Water doesn't work hard to reach the ocean. It simply follows its natural course and arrives inevitably and quickly. But if that same river tried to go uphill or against its nature, it would be impossible. Your acceleration is evidence that you are flowing in the direction of your design. You are not forcing, you are flowing, and flow, when it is divine, is fast. God's chosen ones are not accelerated so they can show off. They are accelerated so they can serve sooner, because there are people waiting for your arrival. There are lives that will change when you reach your position. There is impact that can only happen when you are where you need to be. And the universe cannot afford for you to be late. That is why it is pushing you, preparing you, accelerating you. Look, if you compare your progress from the last 6 months with the progress from the 6 months before, you are going to see a quantum leap. It is not linear. It is exponential. And if you project that growth toward the next 6 months, you are going to realize that you are about to achieve things that seemed impossible a year ago. That is not blind optimism. It is pattern recognition. Your pattern is acceleration. But let me warn you about something. With acceleration comes the temptation to rush. Those are 2 different things. Acceleration is divine. Rushing is human. Acceleration flows, rushing forces. Acceleration knows when to act and when to wait. Rushing always wants to act. Now, learn the difference. Just because you are being accelerated doesn't mean you should make rushed decisions. Divine speed has moments of strategic stillness. Sometimes acceleration stops temporarily, and when this happens, many chosen ones panic, thinking they did something wrong, that they lost favor, that the magic is over. But what is really happening is recalibration. Imagine you are in a race car. When you enter the pits, it is not because you gave up. It is because you need to change tires, refuel, adjust. The pauses in your acceleration are not a sign of the end. They are a sign of preparation for the next phase, which will be even faster. There is a comment I need you to see. Every time someone tells you, "But you just started," with a tone of disbelief, they are not questioning your achievement. They are revealing their own limitation. They are showing that they don't understand that the chosen ones operate outside the normal rules of time. And that is okay. They don't need to understand it. Only you need to continue honoring it. Your acceleration is also transforming your identity faster than you can process. The person you were a year ago no longer exists. The person you are today will not be who you are in 6 months either. And that can feel disorienting, as if you don't know who you really are. But the truth is that you are finally discovering who you always were beneath all the layers of conditioning. Acceleration is not changing you. It is revealing you. And when you arrive where you are going, when you reach what you are pursuing, don't be surprised if it all comes together. The chosen ones don't receive their blessings one by one with years of space between them. They receive them in clusters, in avalanches, in floods. One day nothing, the next everything, because the universe knows you can handle accelerated abundance. You have been trained in scarcity, tested in lack, strengthened in absence. Now you are ready for multiplied abundance. What others build in decades, you will build in years. What others take years to build, you will do in months. Not because you are better, but because your mission is different. Your purpose requires less preparation time because the preparation you received was more intense. Each pain you went through was an accelerated university. Each loss was a compressed doctorate. And when others ask you how you did it so fast, you will not be able to explain it completely, because supernatural acceleration doesn't have a logical formula you can replicate in a class. It is a combination of divine grace, alignment with purpose and willingness to move when the universe says move, even when you don't understand where to. Now, let me reveal the specific timeline of manifestations already moving toward you. The decree about your acceleration establishes that within a defined period, physical manifestation will be completed in undeniable ways. In the coming weeks, you will experience sudden clarity about a specific step you need to take. It will be so obvious, you will wonder how you didn't see it before. And taking that step will activate a chain of impossible synchronicities that confirm you are on the right path. Within the next 2 to 3 months, you will experience the first major manifestation. Something you have been seeking for a long time will finally materialize. An opportunity that seemed impossible, a connection you desperately needed, a breakthrough you had abandoned hope of seeing. It will not come the way you expected. It will come better, more complete, more aligned with your actual purpose than what you thought you wanted. Within 6 months, your social circle will change dramatically. People who were in your life will not be anymore. Not because of conflict necessarily, but because frequencies no longer match. And new people you don't even know yet will have become close allies, supporters, collaborators. This change will not be forced by you. It will happen naturally as your frequency continues to elevate. The universe will handle the transition. Within 9 months to a year, you will experience manifestation of financial abundance, confirming divine provision is real. Not necessarily millions, but exactly what you need for the next phase of your mission. Resources that allow you to operate at your next level. And within 12 to 18 months, the complete transformation will be so evident that people from your past who knew you before will not recognize who you have become. Not physically, but energetically. Your presence will be so different that even old photographs will seem to show a completely different person. All of this is moving toward you right now as you watch this video. It is not a question of whether it will happen. It is a question of when it will completely manifest. And the speed of manifestation depends on one thing: your consistency in continuing to choose correctly. Every decision you make accelerates or delays the process. The transformation cannot be cancelled, but it can be slowed if you return to old patterns. But I am not worried about you. Your track record of choices has already demonstrated you are not a person who regresses, chosen one. Your acceleration is not a reason for guilt. It is a reason for gratitude. It is not something you should hide. It is something you should honor. It is not luck you should justify. It is design you should embrace. You were put on fast track for a reason. Don't slow down for fear of leaving others behind. Don't apologize for arriving first. Don't minimize your progress to make it seem more normal. Because every day you spend trying to seem ordinary is a day you steal from the people who need the extraordinary version of you. It is a day you delay the impact that only you can create. It is a day you tell the universe that the gift it gave you is not valuable enough to honor it completely. So, today, right now, make the decision to embrace your acceleration without apologies. Accept that your timeline is different. Recognize that your results are not going to follow normal rules. Forgive the people who don't understand it. Bless those who stay behind. But keep moving forward at the speed for which you were designed, because you are chosen. And the chosen don't walk when they can run. They don't run when they can fly. They don't fly when they can transcend. Your acceleration is not an accident. It is an assignment. It is not a coincidence. It is a calling. It is not luck. It is legacy. And when you finally arrive where you are going and look back, you will not be able to believe how much ground you covered in so little time. You are going to see the divine hand in every turn, in every push, in every door that opened just in time. And you are going to understand that acceleration was never about arriving fast. It was about arriving on time, because there is someone waiting for you at that destination. Someone whose life will change because you arrived when you had to arrive. For those who made it this far and want to deepen this understanding about how to work with your acceleration instead of against it, there is specific material that costs less than a coffee and comes with a complete acceleration meditation guide and daily affirmation system as special bonuses. If you feel called to maximize the speed of your manifestation, access is available in the description link and pinned comment below. This isn't about buying something. This is about investing in the acceleration that is already yours. If you recognize the acceleration is already happening in you, write 777 in the comments to amplify the manifestation frequency and accelerate the synchronicities, bringing your promised destiny. Subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications to receive more revelations about how supernatural acceleration operates in the lives of chosen ones. Share this video with someone you feel is also experiencing divine acceleration, because chosen ones need confirmation that what they are experiencing is real and supported by higher dimensions. And before you go, click on the video appearing on your screen right now to discover the specific protection protocols activated when supernatural acceleration begins and how to recognize when celestial forces are clearing your path. So accelerate, chosen one. The world needs you faster than you think. Together, we rise faster.